Hi, my name is David, and I'm known on the internet as Unity Freedom. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a topic to talk about. Actually, an insight that I have discovered just recently. Why am I attracting narcissists into my life? And I always have this question, why every relationship that I have, I often attract a narcissist into my life and be in relationships with them. So I just recently discovered why that may be so. It might be useful for you to know, and I like to share this insight in this video. So without further ado, I'll come back and talk about more of these insights after this short introduction. Hi, welcome back. So many years I have always this enigma that I always wanted to have answered, and that is, why am I attracting so many people in my relationship, in my life, that turn out to be narcissists? And even if they're not narcissists, they turn out to be people who like to manipulate me into working for them or into accepting their reality. So I have this question, and just recently I've been going out, going to different spiritual organizations, meeting different kind of people. They're not like Ascended Master students that I used to hang out with. They're just other spiritual people, and they don't necessarily subscribe to Ascended Master teachings like I do. So they have different beliefs, and they believe in different realities. And this is allowed because of God's free will. God allows everyone to exercise their own free will to believe in anything they want to believe, and to exercise and to take actions for what they believe is appropriate for them, for their level of psychology. So, for example, if a person believes that they have to use force to control other people, to manipulate other people, or they believe they have to scapegoat other people to deflect their responsibility for their own mistakes upon others, or to deflect their responsibility to heal their psychological wounds in themselves because of their reactions from other people that cause them to react, but they don't want to heal, they just want to deflect to others. Those actions are allowed because of God's free will. Because otherwise, how can free will be free if you're not allowed to exercise or take these actions? So free will is free. Everything that you see today, like United States and Israel starting a war against Iran, and then Iran started wars against all the neighboring Middle East nations. All you're seeing is the outplaying of God's free will. Of course, there are consequences to taking actions like that, of starting wars. But today, the topic is not really about starting wars or about God's free will. It is about narcissists and how And why am I attracting those narcissists into my life? What did I do? What did I deserve to attract these narcissists? Now, for a while, I have some theories, but most of the theories that I have come from other people sharing their insights and wisdoms. And I always wonder, what did I do wrong to deserve attracting people into my relationship, and they eventually turn out to be manipulators and narcissists? So just recently, I've actually discovered and had that aha moment of why I was attracting narcissists. And then I actually made a new, I took a new action to change that. And I was surprised of the immediate effect, the positive immediate effect of taking the action and then experiencing the results of the new action. And today I will share it to you what I did to change the course of action. And I had to thank many other people for actually playing the part for me to experience this in order to discover these insights, this wisdom, including several Ascended Master students who had accused me of something that I'm not, who had pointed out that I am some kind of person that is just like the other people that they have experienced, that have tormented them, or that have caused them harm, caused them anguish. I didn't respond to those people because I simply wanted to see my reactions. I simply wanted to discover and find out, what is the message? What is the lesson that I'm supposed to learn from these people that are the examples to allow me to see consciously the unresolved psychology in myself? And one word that actually came out obviously is gaslighting. It's something that when I was contemplating this, why am I being accused of something that I'm not? Why am I being manipulated or controlled or scapegoated for something that I didn't do? And I always wonder, what is it that I am the receiving end of these experiences? And gaslighting is one of the things that I discovered through this research, because I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. I talked to other spiritual people, and just talking to them, and they have also the same experience about gaslighting. So what is gaslighting? So gaslighting is a manipulation tactic that is used by a narcissist. It's basically an unfounded accusations towards you to try to manipulate you into questioning your own reality, your own belief. It is a tool that is designed to confuse you. It's designed to question your own reality, whether your own reality is the right reality to the accuser, to the one that has gaslit you, and to question your own reality and to believe that maybe you're not right. Maybe what you say, what you do, what you act are not exactly the highest. So the accuser, the narcissist, or the manipulator will use this kind of technique to throw you off guard, so to speak. So if you talk to these people and then they come back and then accuse you, it causes you to doubt yourself. And that's the purpose of gaslighting. It is to doubt yourself, whether what you did is right, or what you say is right, what you share is right, or what you even believe in yourself is right. Now, I'm talking about duality, right and wrong, but what I'm trying to say is that what you believe in right now, your level of consciousness, your self-awareness, what you believe, is thrown in doubt when somebody gaslit you. So you would question yourself whether what you believe is really real, what you believe is really true. And so that's the purpose of gaslighting, to cause you, throw you off, so that you would surrender to the accuser, the manipulator or the narcissist, and then eventually accept the version of reality of the accuser, of the narcissist, of the manipulator. And you believe whatever the manipulator is telling you, or the narcissist is telling you, as the correct reality. So I wonder, have I gaslit people? I mean, gaslighting is an intentional purpose of harming another individual, because you are actually causing the other individual to doubt themselves. That's a force-based manipulation technique. It is to cause someone and to harm someone and to traumatize someone. So for a manipulator or for a narcissist, the intention is to cause harm to someone in order to benefit from that action, from that harm. So the manipulator or the narcissist can gain control over you so that you would do everything or anything the narcissist or the manipulator wants you to do. Now, there are a lot of scam artists. There's a lot of sweet talkers out there, people who have ways to try to manipulate you in doing something for them. But they all do it by doubting your own reality. So by making you believe that what your intuition, your self-analysis, even your own gut feeling, they will try to cause you to doubt even that, so that they want you to believe only them and not yourself. And that's the way these manipulators and narcissists do, is in order to control you, they have to cause you to doubt yourself, so they can get you to believe in their version of reality. So this is the basis of gaslighting. So I was asking myself, did I actually purposefully hurt other people? Did I actually purposely hurt other people in order to give me the advantage? And I was thinking and pondering myself, maybe in the past, I used to not take responsibility for my own spiritual growth. And I would use my ability to sense other people and then see if I can control their attention, if I can change their mind by focusing on my reality, so that I don't have to change myself. So for example, if I have that sense that, okay, I believe that my sense of reality is good, that I see the other person's sense of reality is causing them to suffer, But my sense of reality is not causing me to suffer. So in that way, I rationalize myself and saying, hey, why am I doing anything wrong if I am to manipulate them to buy into my reality? It's sort of like a salesman. You come to a car dealership, you want to buy a car. Well, I'm a good salesman and I'm here to help you choose the right car. But in my mind, I'm helping you choose the right car because in my mind, I think this car is good for you. It is good for you because it has good gas mileage, or if it's electrical, it's very reliable. So in my reality, this is a car that you should buy. But of course, it's different from the buyer's reality because they have something else in mind about the car. But nonetheless, as a salesman, I want to convince them to buy this car because I feel that, hey, I'm not causing the client to suffer. I'm just simply helping the client to choose the right car so that the car is reliable, is cost effective, and who would want that? The client would be happy to have a reliable and cost effective car. But you see, here is the conundrum. I am imposing, as a salesman, I am imposing my reality onto others. And I justify it, I rationalize it by saying that the client is going to benefit from my insights, from my wisdom. I am imposing, not using a brute force, but using a sort of manipulation technique by imposing my reality, my sense of reality of being a salesman for a car, or being a computer salesman for a computer, or anything in life that you feel that you have that sense of reality that you want to impart upon other people, that other people have to adopt your sense of reality. You can see it in life. I used to teach people about running. And I think you should qualify for the Boston Marathon, even though you might not want to qualify for a Boston Marathon. But in my mind, what's wrong with qualifying for Boston Marathon? Because then, hey, you can be, as a runner, that would be pretty much many people's dream is to qualify for Boston. But I never considered what other people want, what other people really feel they need. It's not their need that I'm fulfilling. It is my need to fulfill that I think that the other person should fulfill in order, because I feel, hey, my sense of reality, I'm not suffering. And if I'm imposing my sense of reality upon others, then others will appreciate, because if they copy my sense of reality, if they have taken on my sense of reality, they will experience my results. They will experience my reality, and they will experience less of the suffering. Because if I experience less of the suffering, so will they. But what I didn't count on is what Jesus said: do unto others what others want to do unto you. What did I do to try to justify myself from imposing my sense of reality onto others? Even though it is benign, even though you think it's actually for good intentions, because you're not really doing it in a evil way, like some of the manipulators and narcissists do, that they have an intention to hurt people. But my intention wasn't to hurt people. My intention is based on a lower level of understanding. Without understanding that when I do unto others, meaning that when I manipulate others in order to take my reality, my sense of reality, what will people do to me? They too will manipulate me to take their own sense of reality and impose it onto me. That is gaslighting. So I was innocently doing this because I think, what is wrong with imposing or manipulating people to take on my sense of reality? Because I have this gift that I can see, oh, you're suffering. Oh, I see the issues that you have. Let me help you by you taking on my sense of reality. If you take on my sense of reality, then you wouldn't be in that state of suffering. But you see that there is a problem with this. My sense of reality comes from me taking a certain path and then achieving many discoveries and insights and many ways of transcending many choices that I took on that path that allowed me to have the insights and to allow me to raise my level of consciousness, because I'm willing to take responsibility for seeing what I have in me and then see it and let it go. So that is the reality based on my sense of self, willing to take full responsibility on myself. Although, if I'm trying to impose my sense of reality upon others, that's not taking full responsibility, isn't it? So you see, this kind of thinking is a duality thinking, that on one end, I'm taking full responsibility on myself to work on my psychology, but then when I teach someone or talk to someone, then I often have this desire to impose my sense of reality upon others, even when I'm sharing it. Now, you're allowed to share your insights. You're allowed to impart your insights and then share your experiences and your discoveries. But what happened to me and why I discovered this is that sometimes I share it not just once. I only share it once if I realize that the person is not open. I have a tendency of repeating it again and again and again. And that causes people to be, and that in a way threaten the person, that why is David keeps nagging me, keeps bothering me? Because you're allowed to share it once. But if you keep repeating it all the time, then you're not really sharing anymore. You're trying to impose your sense of reality upon others. Because you think, okay, if I share it once, the person doesn't get it, maybe I should share it twice, 3 times, 4 times, many countless times. Repeating it almost like a broken record. And when I did that, in the past, I realized I'm sending an impulse out into the universe that I really like to control people, because I'm not really sharing the insights. I'm sharing the insights in order to get people to accept my sense of reality, rather than to share the insights to get people to contemplate and to see if this applies to them. And if it doesn't apply to you, then of course you can just simply walk away. And for me, I had to accept that, because not many people can relate to what I have to say, what I share. But if I keep repeating the same thing again and again and again, and using more and more force, then what happens is that the energy I sent out is no longer sharing. I'm trying to get people to accept my reality. And when you start doing that, you will then attract people into your life who would enforce their sense of reality to you, which is manipulators and narcissists, and people who gaslight you. Because you're not really gaslighting other people. What I realized I was doing is that I was sharing my insights, or I was trying to help people with good intention, except that I did not tune in to their openness. Behind everything that you share, if a person is open to your insights and is open to what you have to say, the person will be open and then will be very receptive to your insights. But if the person is not receptive to your insights, they will make that known to you. They will, in some cases, try to manipulate you not to discuss those things. And I didn't realize that was the case with some people, because you think that, okay, I have some insights that can help you overcome your suffering. Who would want to listen to me? Right? If I give you the key that allows you to overcome your own insights, to allow you to overcome your own suffering, if I have that key and I give it to you, I mean, I would think that, hey, I'm doing you a favor. I'm doing some good deed for you. I'm giving you the key to open the door so you can walk away from that, your own sense of suffering. But what I didn't realize after speaking with other people, spiritual people, is that I was trying to impose my sense of superiority, my spiritual pride. Because I had this pride that, hey, what I'm sharing to you really works. Because it worked for me, so it must work for you. But to me now I realize that's not always the case. Because people have to be open in order to receive the insights. And they have to take responsibility. After listening to the insight, they have to take responsibility of how they could also overcome their own sense of struggle, their own sense of suffering. And this was the key that I missed. That despite all the negativity that I received from these people, how I feel so wronged, how I felt being stereotyped or scapegoated by these people, spiritual people. I felt angry that they would do that to me, because I didn't my intention wasn't to harm people, to share my insights. My intention is to help people if they can tune in or resonate with my insights. But to those people, they felt threatened. They felt violated, or they felt put down. What I didn't realize is that behind the ugliness of the situation with the narcissist gaslighting me, I didn't realize that there is a wisdom behind all these experiences that I missed. And the wisdom is that, what did I just say? What you do unto others, others will do unto you. Because if someone is gaslighting you, someone is accusing you, or someone is putting you down, and the case happens often enough, it's not a fluke. It's not some kind of like you're the victim of those people. Because the fallacy that I had accepted in the past is that I shouldn't be listening or even contemplating what these narcissists are doing to me, what these manipulators are doing to me, because they are the bad people. I have nothing to gain or to learn from these people. They have nothing to show me. Because again, I was suffering from spiritual pride. But then just recently, I just realized, because there was a lady in the spiritual meeting that pointed it out to me, that David, you have some sense of spiritual pride. Because whenever you say that, or say something, you share your insights, you have this sense of spiritual pride that you can do no wrong. You have not contemplated that, am I willing to listen to you? The lady was telling me, you have not contemplated, or you have not pondered or paused to sense if I am open to you. And that got me thinking, because I did sense that she was not open. But I thought, hey, look, what I am sharing is not malevolent, it's not harmful, it's just I'm pointing out to you like the little child who sees the emperor has nothing on. But what I need to realize is that even with that situation, when I sense that if someone is not open to what I have to say in public, then I just be at peace and share what I could, and not force what I share to anyone. And this is actually quite difficult at first when I was doing these exercises with these people. Because you see, these are different people. They're not from my group, from the Ascended Master group. These are spiritual people from all kinds of beliefs. So they will actually push back at you if you try to impose a certain idea coming from the Ascended Masters. But what I realized from these exercises, that I saw in myself, I have this unresolved psychology that I have to impose or impart certain ideas, certain beliefs that I have, including the 12-year cycle of acceleration. Because I thought, hey, if you know this, your life will be much simpler, right? You wouldn't be guessing why is it 2026 is such a difficult time to be in. But then again, I was imposing my own sense of reality onto people. And when I step back and contemplate this, and now I realize, whenever I see people in public, I sense their vibration If they're open to new ideas, I will share the new ideas. If they're not open to new ideas, I simply be at peace in myself and share whatever I could. Sort of like I give them the cup of cold water and I be at peace. Even if I see that they could have been helped by them knowing more information if I share it. But I decided that I share it on a case-by-case basis. And I've been doing it for at least 2 months right now, starting from this new year. And it's interesting that results that I'm getting, that I no longer get a lot of people gaslighting me anymore. And instead, I get a lot of people who are helping me. Like one time that I was asking the bus driver, where is the train station? Where should I be? Where should I drop off and go to the train station, the closest station that I should be? And the driver explained to me, and I didn't need to correct the driver because I sensed that he's not open, but he's willing to help. He's just not open to what I want to say. So I simply nodded, yeah, okay. You show me where I should get off the bus. And there was one station that I actually got off the bus because I thought it was the station that is closest to the train station. But then the bus driver came by and honked at me as I was walking on the street. And he opened the door and said, you know, this is not the right station that you stopped, that you got off. The other station would be 5 minutes. The next stop would be the stop that you should get off. If you were to go and walk, you will have to walk 5 minutes. And it was raining at the time. So he said, come right back in. I was surprised. I was surprised that even though he wasn't open, he still had a sense of compassion towards me. And that really actually took me by surprise, because why would he stop? Because he's on a schedule. He's a bus driver. He's on a schedule. Why would he stop for me, open the door and let me in? If he's on a schedule, because he's wasting his time waiting for me. But he did open the door. And when I got the bus this time, right in front of the train station, I looked at him, I thanked him. He looked at me, he was so happy. That was the Christ, the cup of cold water. I didn't need to explain to him, or didn't need to lecture him, or you gave me the wrong direction, or you gave me incorrect information. Even I sensed that from him, but I simply be at peace. I ground myself. I'm okay with if I got off the wrong station. I just go with the flow. And he was there, open to me by allowing me to get on the bus again. Open for me to make mistakes and allowing me to get on the bus so that he could deliver me to the train station and get off the bus at the correct station. He didn't have to do that. And then there's another incident that I made a mistake using the machine to try to copy the key. And then I was like, okay, I'll be at peace. I made a mistake. So what? And then the little old lady just popped right behind me and say, young man, let me help you get your keys copied. let me introduce you to the locksmith that's just 2 blocks away from this machine. And she will help you copy the key at a better price than that machine, the automated machine that makes the keys. And I was skeptical, like, okay, are you trying to pull my leg? Nobody will charge anything cheaper than the machine. The machine is actually a computer that can make and copy keys cheaper than a human being. How can a human being be cheaper than the machine? That was in my mind. I was trying to question her or doubting her, but then I said, okay, fine. I'll go to that locksmith. I went to the locksmith, and she did actually charge me much less, and the copy was fantastic. Like a humanly made copy of the key. Quality is great. But I did not realize that the universe actually is helping me. As long as I'm not imposing or trying to enforce my reality upon others. You see, the universe has always wanted to give me the best reality that I deserve. And it can do so only if you do not impose your reality or change other people's reality. If you see other people's reality, you allow them to be who they are. But you only demonstrate your own reality so others can see what you experience. You see the bus. In the bus, there's like 50 people in the bus, all looking at me. I was surprised that the bus driver stopped for me and opened the door and get me to get into the bus. That was just the universe showing all the people in the bus. This is how you will experience the benefit of what the universe can give to you if you simply leave the other person alone. Simply embrace, accept the reality of the other person. You just respect it as what they're doing is simply their own versions of reality outplaying God's free will. And I'm outplaying God's free will too, of my own sense of reality. But I have no right to change other people's sense of reality. If I respect and embrace my own sense of reality and not change the other person's sense of reality, and then when my own sense of reality is being shown to the public, others can see. Whether they then change their own sense of reality because they saw me benefit from what the universe gave me, the benefits of what the universe gave me, then it is their choice. It's not my choice. Like I'm here sharing to you what I have experienced, what the universe gave me when I made a choice not to change other people's sense of reality. I'm simply respecting other people's sense of reality. I do not scapegoat them. I do not judge them. I do not put them down. I simply leave them alone. Because what I have experienced is such a great thing. If I just leave them alone and only share what my reality is, if they accept it, and if they can use some of that insights and wisdom to help improve their sense of reality so they don't suffer, great for them. But they made their choice. I didn't force them. But in the past, I did force them, manipulate them to accept my sense of reality. That's why I kept attracting people who gaslight me, who try to change my sense of reality because I changed them. So hopefully today you find my insights helpful. As usual, please help subscribe to my channel and please like my videos. Until then, this is David saying goodbye, and I thank you for spending the time listening to my insights and to my talks. Until next time, this is David saying goodbye.